Most of the presidential hopefuls are spending the day campaigning in Nevada ahead of tomorrow's debate and Saturday's caucus. One candidate not holding any events in the state is former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. As we've been reporting, he will make his first debate appearance in Las Vegas Wednesday after qualifying from a recent poll. Let's bring in Michelle Price. She's a Vegas-based political reporter for the Associated Press. Michelle, thanks very much for joining us. Nevada has a more diverse population than Iowa and New Hampshire. How are candidates using that to focus their messages?
Well, in Nevada, they're getting out to some of these diverse neighborhoods. They're talking about immigration, topics we didn't hear candidates talking about as much in largely white states like Iowa and New Hampshire. They're talking more about criminal justice reform, environmental justice, and how things like climate change might disproportionately affect communities of color. So the debate is kind of being shaped by the communities here, and you're seeing these candidates getting out in these neighborhoods. You're seeing, last night Elizabeth Warren was in a Mexican grocery store on a heavily Latino side of Las Vegas. These are scenes you just don't see in places like Iowa and New Hampshire.
Well, you recently reported on former Vice President Joe Biden appearing to criticize Senator Bernie Sanders on the issue of gun legislation, and a number of Democrats are discussing affordable housing. Why are those two issues, among others, so important in Nevada?
I mean, gun violence, Las Vegas was a city that was touched with the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. The former vice president was standing on a stage in a casino that was sitting right next to the site of that shooting in 2017 when he started discussing. He didn't mention Senator Sanders by name, but he was referring to a past vote he cast shielding gun manufacturers from any liability for gun violence that comes from the weapons they make. So, the former vice president said that that was a horrible choice. He has been fairly consistent over the last year in bringing up gun violence, as have many of the other candidates, but he was the only person to bring it up on that stage over the weekend. It's an issue that the Democrats in power here at the State House have recently taken on, trying to make some change in the wake of that shooting. And the housing plan, former Mayor Pete Buttigieg unveiled his housing plan over the weekend. We've seen candidates rolling those out over the past year. Northern Nevada in particular, but all over Nevada, we have problems with affordable housing, rents going up, just a supply of affordable houses for families.
Well, we've been talking about the debate that's set to take place on Wednesday. What will you be watching for?
I think, the big thing we're all watching for is to see how these candidates kind of turn their fire toward Mayor Bloomberg. It's their first time to really take him on the debate stage. And some of them are very eager. Senator Amy Klobuchar has said very clearly she wants to take him on the debate stage because she can't take him on the airwaves. Beyond that, I think topics that we haven't heard a lot about. Again, immigration. We haven't heard a ton about immigration during the past debates. You can expect that to come up a lot more. Gun violence will probably come up a lot more, especially in the wake of the former vice president raising it over the weekend. Environmental justice, climate change is a big one. Las Vegas is warming very quickly. Just different flavor of topics. I'm sure we'll still get back into some of the old familiar ones we've been hitting. Medicare for all is still a clear dividing line among this group of candidates.
Well, finally, President Trump will hold a Keep America Great rally in Las Vegas on Friday. What do voters in Nevada want to hear from him, and what impact could he have on Saturday's caucuses?
Well, it's unclear. So the difference here is that the Nevada Republican Party got rid of their caucus, so Republicans have no outlet to go express their support for the president like the Democrats do to go vote for their candidates. There is no Republican caucus. So this is kind of a rallying point for Republicans to show their support for the president. It's also a way for the president to kind of be a part of this story. He doesn't have to wait until the summer or when we get a clear nominee. He can be part of this narrative right now. He's been having these events in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina. It looks like he's planning to have one maybe to kind of be in the mix as this Democratic primary is going on. What we're really looking to see is whether that's a motivating force for Democrats who are maybe on the fence. They're not feeling a candidate, if it inspires them to get out and caucus and be a part of this process and maybe boost voter turnout for them.
All right, Michelle Price for us. Michelle, thank you.
Thank you.